very fun day. We are here to flange your bad noon the splendor, and it's very okay. Okay. Only boo too crazy. Tension demanding like you no send them. So tell me if you're down to get down with me.
Oh, I'm there. Oh, I'm there. Oh, I'm there.
Like seated with Ara's handmaid, Barakat.
Yeah.
So she's basically going to tell us everything about her business and
Everything.
Most things
Okay.
that you can tell us.
Okay, my name is Baraka. I'm a leather goods and accessory designer.
Yesssss, creative director of Taya Bespoke.
Lovessss Mano. I'm the creative director for Ayano Clothing.
My name is Bimbola, and I'm the creative director of the Green July Studio.
My name is Feifei. I am an audio producer. And when I say audio producer, a lot of people think, oh, so basically you make music, but that's not the case. I decided to leave music to the people who want to make music and become an audio storyteller. So I make stories in audio, which most people call podcast dramas or audio dramas.
Is that what you always wanted to do?
No. I studied mass communication in uni, and there was Aso strike. 6 months or thereabout, I was at home and I was losing my mind and needed to do something that wasn't schoolwork because there wasn't schoolwork available. So I came across the school. The minute I was about to go to the school because of the strike, so then I had to finish. So after I finished, my dad said it was my present for graduating. So after communication, I took 2 weeks away. So I went for 2 weeks to get my training done.
And then one day, my dad just calls me and he's like, it seems like you really like this fashion thing. Do you want to go to school and learn properly? And I was stunned because I didn't even believe he would agree to. I didn't even suggest it because it wasn't even something I thought he would want to hear or agree to.
Well, I quit my job 2 years ago to take it seriously.
What were you?
Customer service at a multi-press.
Wow. So that means you had some interest in it.
Yeah, so before that, I used to watch a lot of YouTube videos and sleep and wake up on Pinterest. So then I'll bounce off ideas, I'll do some DIYs.
To be honest, I wanted to do radio, but it just seemed like a long thing. But I've always had an interest for fashion. I've always sketched forever, and I decided I hated that you see someone that has a nice dress and the zipper will just be a little to the left or a little to the right. I'm like, why can't it be at the center? What's wrong?
Everybody wants to do the music business, right? And I was like, okay, I like audio production. What else can I do? I found audio dramas, which is you watching Netflix without the pictures, right?
Have you listened to the podcast?
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. It was like being in a party actually. It was really interactive. It wasn't out of place. I thought, podcasts, some preach, some boring, but it was actually good. I enjoyed it.
I need to listen to it again because I was distracted when I was listening to it.
Very interesting.
I was working actually, that's why I was distracted. But I know that I kept on hearing fabric, damask and somebody being stressed out or something. So yes, I can tell what it's about.
At the end of episode 1, I wanted to watch episode 2. It's interesting. I'm not really a podcast person, but I was impressed.
Very funky and happy vibe. Girls having fun and hanging out, going to parties and all of that. Looking forward to the next party. And yeah, so it was good.
Okay, so my name is Damola Akinimide or Erife. I'm a legal practitioner and I'm a recording and performing artist. So Damola is the legal practitioner, Erife is the recording and performing artist. So my friends call me the Esquire, the Wrong Squire.
So what was your first reaction when you reached out to for this project?
I was excited. It's not every day you get the opportunity. He gave me creative license. So it could have been my head on the fabric. Yeah, it's not every time you get the opportunity to just do you.
Okay, so with Aso Ebi, what first came to my mind was, okay, I needed characters or personalities that suited the characters very well. So we don't have to improvise or stress ourselves too much. I remember a particular day, Wale stopped by the studio while we were recording, and I was trying out someone for a part, and it wasn't just working. And we had to make her do the same line over and over and over. And he was just sitting there like, oh, so this is what you guys spend time doing? Because if it just doesn't work, it doesn't work. If you're trying to force someone into being a particular personality, you just end up wasting so much time.
He started a conversation. He told me, you know, he briefed me essentially, and he let me know that he wanted me to turn the theme song into like a full song. And he linked me up with the producer. The producer sent me the instrumental, and the instrumental was fantastic. So by the time we listened to the instrumental, it was just great. In like half an hour, we had the song written, and in like the next 3 hours, we had the song recorded, and like ad-libs and all of that.
I start with a stencil. So sometimes I decide that, okay, this is what I want to do, and then I stencil the pattern, and then I just play around with my markers and create my prints. Sometimes I just sit down in front of the computer and things just happen. There's no process. I just do stuff. Yeah, you could call it that.
That's art now.
Art, yeah. Yeah, it's art.
I'm the CEO of the hair site.
Okay, I'm Alexia Hosfall. I'm the founder of Alexia Hosfall Beauty.
So would you say like Nigeria, the culture in Nigeria puts pressure on women to get married? I won't say on time, but even get married at all.
Yeah. I mean, you go to parties and you meet the big aunties that are asking, your own too will soon come. Like, even if they don't ask you, oh, when are you getting married? They keep everybody constantly says, don't worry, we're coming for your own wedding next.
Yeah, yes. The whole time I was in fashion school, my mother used to call me weekends. Bimbo, how far? So what's going to happen when you come back? I was engaged then, yeah. And he was here and I was there. So like, how far? What's going to happen? I want to dance at your wedding.
For guys, it's hustle and all of that, and make money and all those things. You know, and women in general in Nigeria are taught to aspire towards married life. You know, and when you go to ceremony after ceremony, the older you get, first it's what your aunties and uncles are wearing Aso Ebi, so it's calm. All your friends are just there to catch trips. Then one by one is your mates that are catching the Aso Ebi, and then you're like, wait, what's really happening? Am I going to have to distribute soon?
At this point, I think we have transcended from the society putting pressure to women actually just putting pressure on themselves. So I think that you see something on Bella Naija, and yeah, nobody's disturbing you.
Pressure to be intentional about how the look may be. Pressure to be about styling, the feet, the body. You know, there's this body thing when it comes to Aso Ebi, you have to look a type of way. So I think pressure in that part. But when it comes to getting married, no, we just want to go to parties and have fun. We don't want.
I feel like the African or Nigerian culture is just based on a woman getting married. I think that's the criteria for measuring her success, which is quite ridiculous and annoying.
Once you're done with school, what's the next step? Marriage. Why?
Culture, well, from where I'm standing, Aso Ebi culture is an extension of Yoruba culture. So like, and I'm a Bile. So I like the stuff, actually.
So you're getting married and you want all your friends to dress alike, and they feel obligated to, regardless of how they feel or what else is going on in their lives.
Sometimes you can't really afford these fabrics or these clothes, but because you don't want to be left out during the party, when you get to the event, sometimes you go above and beyond to purchase some of these fabrics, clothes, when you can't really afford it. So I think it puts a little bit of pressure.
I have styles in mind for the next set of weddings or parties I'm going to right now, and I don't even have. There's no function yet. There's no date yet, but you have something, you save styles on your phone and like, oh, this is what I'm wearing next, this is how I'm going to look and all of that.
I don't know, I feel like it allows people, it opens the doors for a certain type of camaraderie that can only be found within that context. And so by the time you take one type of fabric, two types of fabric that are the Aso Ebi for like a wedding, for example, and then you give it to like 30, 40, 50 people, you get your own little mini Lagos Fashion Week where these people style it in 30, 40 different ways. And like, that's really, for me, that's really fun to see.
I've also learned how to say no. For me, Aso Ebi also is something that you wear once and a lot of times you never get to wear it again.
For me, it's very simple. It's either I'm getting it or I'm not. I don't even stress it. So if I am, then I do. And if I'm not going to get it, maybe I'm not really close to you, then I don't. I don't put myself under unnecessary pressure, except you are very close to me and I really have to buy your Aso Ebi.
I want to be like the first person you think of when you think of like Prince in Nigeria. Like that's the long-term goal.
Oh, of course. In fact, I have lots of plans. Hopefully before the end of the year, I'll have a production of my own.
I'm making designs that are kind of would continue to roll over in time and using raw materials that would last long and then you can pass hopefully from generation to generation.
I would like to costume like I'm doing for the Naked Convos for some big projects. I mean, there was no reason why they couldn't have used me for coming to America. No reason at all. Yes.
Fun fact, when I did that print, I had COVID. I was literally like on the floor in pain drawing, but I enjoyed it. Yes, fashion.
I think it's content that is necessary, right? A lot of people are putting out podcasts, a lot of people are putting out web series, by extension, and so on and so forth. But and this is a personal take, I feel like what TNC is doing is refreshing. And so, that opinion extends to the podcast.
Yeah, I'm very excited about Aso Ebi, the audio series, and I'm rooting for you guys, for all of us really, because we're a part of the team and I hope that it does excellently well.
Working on this has been like a lot of fun. I'm wearing the most comfortable pair of pants that I've worn this year. And it's because of this collaboration. Just go and listen to the Aso Ebi podcast. And while you're at it, stream Aso Ebi, stream Eriffe music, follow Eriffe music, stream my stall so that I can, so that I can succumb to that prayer and go and marry.
Aso Ebi, Aso Ebi, Aso Ebi, Aso Ebi, Aso Ebi, Aso Ebi.
It's a very fun day. We're here to flange your bad doing the splendor, and it's very okay. Okay. Ole boo too crazy. Tension demanding like you no send them. So tell me if you're down to get down with me.
Oh, I'm there.